This is Mark Lawrence, one of the supervisors for the Yonex stringing team. Mark can be seen at most major tournaments and top events. Go to YouTube and search for Mark Lawrence Yonex stringing team, and you can catch the likes of Lindan, Peter Gader, and Tawfiq Hidayat paying tribute to him and his team. We caught up with Mark at the recent BWF World Championships in Glasgow, Scotland, to learn more about their trade.
Players will bring the rackets to us. Generally they know what string and what tension they want, so they fill that in on a form. We put that on the racket, we cue the rackets up. So obviously once the stringer gets the racket, they know what string and what tension to do, so it goes put on the machine, and the process is, the racket's strung, then it goes out on the table and waits for the player to come and collect. The team here, we've got 4 UK-based stringers, 1 from Scotland, 3 from England. Got 1 guy from Portugal, 1 guy from China, 1 guy from Taiwan, 1 guy from Germany, and we've got a guy from France who's coming in to do the end of the tournament because a couple of the other guys are going back home.
That's a team of around 8 stringers for a major tournament. On a busy day, each stringer will finish about 25 rackets. That's roughly 2.5 rackets strung in an hour. And according to Mark, the average string tension for advanced and club players is at the 20 to 25 pound mark. But for professional players, that number goes up.
These events, the tensions are quite a bit higher than you would expect to see with a normal player at a club or at a sports centre. For these kind of guys, average would be around about 30 pounds, which really is quite high. Probably the maximum would be about 35, 36. But like I say, these guys have their rackets strung pretty much every week, and they don't have to pay quite as much as the public do, so it doesn't matter quite so much to them if they snap a few more strings than the average person does.
Since the professional players are sponsored, snapped strings and broken rackets won't burn a hole in their pockets. But for the average player, that could come up to quite a bit of money. We also had to ask, are there any differences between stringing badminton and, say, tennis rackets?
Generally, badminton players aren't too fussy. Tennis players are a lot more so. I've done some tennis events and they're very specific about what they want and when they want it strung and all the rest of it. We have got one or two that just need to have the logo put on the right way, need to have a little bit of extra tension at the top or at the bottom of the racket. Some of the Malaysians actually like the heads to be stretched slightly. It's not what we recommend, but it's what they want. So, but by and large, badminton players are relatively easygoing.
And finally, we asked Mark, why stringing badminton rackets as a career?
Well, I've been a badminton player all my life. And when the opportunity came to work and to help, with Yonex and with their stringing service, it means you get to watch some of the top class players. You get to know them. I wouldn't say we're best pals with the players, but we get to know them. We know kind of what they like, what they don't want, and that all helps. It's the communication with the players. They tend to trust us because they've seen us around so many times at the different events. And from there, it's the opportunity to travel to different places and to meet people and doing stuff in a sport that I've loved for the last 40 odd years. So. And done.